Hey, welcome to Planet Sled, episode 19. I don't have that much of a show for you tonight, but it should be pretty good. Um, hold on a sec. I made a music video for a band on Earth last week, so it took up a lot of my time. But it turned out really good. And then I had a rare energy depletion. Do you guys ever get that on Earth? I had a day where I had to rest, and I didn't get any work done. Anyway, that left 3 days to get this show together. But before we do, I want to announce some plans coming up. Starting next week, I'm going to be introducing a new show within a show on Planet Sled Today, which is a network morning show type thing, segmented. We'll have guests and read your mail, cooking, pet stuff, whatever else they might do. And then from then on, every week, I'll rotate through 4 different shows, I guess. So now I have a show, but it's more like a network. So we've got Planet Sled Today. That's coming up next week. Then after that, we have every other week there will be a video game show playing musical video games. Then every other week other than that, we'll do a game show, like interactive Zoom game shows. Then finally, we have Club Sled, which will happen every 4. I keep saying every 4 shows. So then that should bring us a few of those each type. That'll bring us into fall. The goal is to do a season of 52 episodes 1 year, and then travel to Earth, pitch it to a network, and try to get a show, or a couple at least. Anyhow, so that's I'm not trying to apologize for this lackluster show. I'm just trying to set you up, and especially if you're not into the technical and music stuff so much, you'll have a variety depending on the week that you tune in. Okay, so now let's get to today's episode, which is 16 risers, 32 drops. I should have made a theme song, but I didn't. So I don't know if any of you saw my show last week, which was the soft opening of my nightclub, Club Sled, which is something I want to do going forward every other week. And it went pretty good, but there's some things that I learned about myself trying to be a DJ that I really need to work on going forward. So that's what part of tonight's show is about. So the things that I learned, I guess I spent a lot of time, not a lot of time, like a couple hours here and there, looking at DJs, like EDM DJs at these massive Earth festivals, and trying to sort of learn what they're doing and figure it out. It's pretty discouraging to me because the main thing is that they play. They're playing like other people's music, something which I'm not able to do on Planet Sled. We can get, sometimes a bit of a radio comes through. We get some random 80s song, but we just, it's not something we do. And actually, like I really honestly appreciate the craft of a DJ, but personally, I always like to create stuff originally. Except, I guess, in this case, because I don't really know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll get there. The second thing I realized was, oh yeah, it's all about vocal samples and stuff. Like the beats are pretty boring, and then they have all these samples, and that's something I didn't have. Again, I can't really just use other people's samples. So what I'm going to try to do going forward is to reach out to Earth and other planets. If there's singers or rappers, even anyone who can say a catchphrase like yeah, or like let's get it going, it's not going to be me. So anyhow, that's something I'm trying to get going as well. Always trying to get dancers on my show. You don't even really need to have to dance at all, because I can make you move to the beat. So between those two things, and then what else? Oh yeah, in these videos they were using these things that are like they look like they're record players, but they're made of plastic, and they have these two little spinning things like turntables, and then I gathered like a lot of what they were doing. There's like knobs on there that were making those classic sounds, but I don't have that, and I don't really anticipate ever having that thing, or even knowing what it's called. But I think with this system I have, the MPC X, I can do a lot of the same things. So sorry for this long-winded preamble, but tonight's episode, oh yeah, in my journey to discover what was missing from my DJ set was all the transitions between the parts. Is almost like when I'm watching DJs at these festivals, there's almost as much of that as the actual beat. It's like this constant stop and start. There will be like the beat, and just when you're like getting into the groove, then they do what is called a drop, and this sort of like explosion sound will happen, and the beat completely drops out, and then I think it's all about the contrast. After that is a riser, so there will be this like crescendo of rhythm and music building up, and then a brief space, and then the beat comes back in. And that's sort of like without that, even if the beat is amazing and you're dancing to it, you'll never have that feeling that of, it's like flying in a airplane, rising. So that is what I tried to do over the last 3 days. I put together 16 risers and 32 drops. Not all of them are great, but the good thing about them is I made them into programs on the MPC and on Arena, which is the program I use. I forgot to actually get that going. There it goes. For the visuals, and then I can apply it to any song. I can bring it into any DJ set or any song. I can add these drops and change the tempo, change the pitch, and then on the visual end, change the even what the visuals are or the colors, all that sort of stuff. So what we'll get to all of these in a minute. What I did, I made all the animations first without really thinking about what the sounds would be at all. And then I made the sounds completely separate without even thinking about what the images would be. And then I, over the last couple days, I just like furiously rammed them together. So maybe some of the decisions weren't the best, but at least, you know, I can tweak this stuff. And I'm just going to go through them, and I hope this will offer some entertainment to the viewers out there. I'll try not to get too technical, but I will show you some of the processes I use to get these, and then I guess if anything goes wrong, I can correct it on the fly. What else? Oh yeah, if I don't have a screen with the YouTube panel up, but if you have any questions about the stuff, any technical questions, I'll pull that up like before the end and check that out, and maybe I could answer. Okay, so oh yeah, I figured out another cool thing that's not related to the drops, but I added a layer in Arena that's just like basically like a slide show, like a PowerPoint. So I have a button right here that can cycle through these. Anyway, it's gonna save a lot of headaches in advance where I've had to, you know, do some weird programming to get those going. So risers, let's get into it. I'm just gonna go through it all, and risers may be a bit slower, and then the drops. So number one, we have basic blast, and I guess I won't really be able to set these up because I don't remember what they do, but I might have to do a couple of them again because each one has a. I mostly programmed these, but I realized from watching the videos that a major thing, the DJ basically, if they were like a guitar player rocking out, you know how in metal bands they like show off and exaggerate their movements to make it seem like it's harder than it is, like rock bands and stuff. But for a DJ, what I see them do is they're twisting these knobs like it's weighs 1 million pounds, and they're gonna break their fingers off. They're like, and that's a big part of the riser. My greatest fear is that what I find happen if I don't program it all in time is I'll turn the knob and then I'll hit the top before I even get to the end of the rise. Like I am premature. So I'm really gonna have to watch that today. And then so anyway, each rise has one knob that I will add. And oh yeah, so I have a view of the MPC, and then we'll be able to switch to that. So basic blast is just like your basic snare fill. I'm sure you've heard it a million times before. It's usually under some explosions and a vocal sample. And it's sort of like on an MPC, it's the oldest trick in the book. And I could even, it's something that you could almost do manually is on the top here. So this button, if I hold it down, is repeat. And then, oh my God, hold on. I have to find the drum pads. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Anyway, so So, it's like something you can do manually. This is leftover from the original MBC. You've got, oh my God, on the, oh yeah, so you can scroll through. It's actually on the screen behind the screen. So that's like how I could do a drop live, but you risk kind of messing that up. Anyway, so this basic blast is just a snare fill, and then this knob I'm gonna turn like my life depends on it, and it's going to increase the pitch. Let's get this rolling. I totally forget what the images are doing. All right, that was it. Basic blast. So I won't go into too much detail about the visuals there. They weren't that great, but I'll show you how I do some of those as we go along. Triplet trot. This as well is a drum riser, we'll say. And again, I'm gonna do the pitch. All right, so that was supposed to be like a coin going into a slot type of thing. Oh yeah, the names I named them after the audio and not the visuals. So if you think of any cool names, let me know. Filtered clap. Okay, this one is yeah, so the pad, there's a clap, and it's attached to this, which is a filter. Which I'm gonna really turn. Okay, that one wasn't so bad. Something I was realizing when I put these together is a lot of all the animations I make are only like 8 frames usually. I make them in Photoshop, and so they're really low resolution. So when I try to slow them down, they're really jerky. So they don't work too good for stuff like this. But there's another method which I'll show you. Is to actually in Arena just animate directly in the program using MIDI or timeline. I better get through these, or it's gonna we're gonna be here all night. The drops are quick, don't worry. Oh yeah, and something else I forgot to add at this point is I have one rail here that's a strobe light. So at the like maximum, if I run out of power, I have another little bump there to get me up to the end of the rise. Oh, what do we have now? Sandpaper sweep. This is also a filter based riser. right, that one was pretty good. Oh yeah, normally if these were in my set, I would have them kill the visuals when the track switched, when the beat comes back in. But now I'm just have a button to do them. Let's see what is next. Take off. Yeah, this one was problematic. I remember. Let's see. Oh yeah, the biggest problem is that was not a rise at all. It was a lower, and the reason is I used the monosynth for that, and I used the glide to do the rise, but it needs to like re-trigger it, I guess. If I play it again, it might actually. But it's still going down. Now it'll start going back up again. So note to all you DJs who are making your own music and not playing other people's out there, I would definitely not use that method. There are other ways which I'll show you later. Rising rock. Okay. Let's see what this one is all about. Oh, you got the end of my big, I was making a knob face there. How did that look? Oh yeah, so quickly I'll show you, I mean, you're probably anxious for me to get through all these risers, but when was that? 6. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you, I'll just bring up Arena real quick, and this is a program that integrates with the MPC together. These things is how I make my whole show, and from now on, music videos and animation and video editing. Actually, I'm not. Its capabilities are incredible. Resolume Arena 7 is the name of the program. Okay. Oh yeah. So I wanted to show you how this the spin works. So the way I'm animating. Oh my! This doesn't show my cursor, which is weird. But okay. So look to the right side and. You can see it says scale. So when I'm doing something like making something bigger and smaller, so that spinning thing came out. Basically, in this program, you can animate any function, any of these. So the position, left to right, up and down, the scale, the rotation. Anything, opacity, I'm just calling out things, but literally every single function of this program you can animate, either with timeline or to clock. So anyhow, what I do here, and this works good for the risers, is I actually didn't use the BPMs. I counted this out. Oh yeah, you can see if I hover over these, they're moving. So timed it out to 10 seconds, and then this scale, that thing gets smaller to larger over the course of that time. And then there's this amazing thing I discovered, which is the envelope. So instead of it just going like straight up, I can actually curve that around the music. So I try to do that a lot. So it'll go slower or faster to reflect those things. So anyway, a really good way that you can match match visuals tightly to a sound, if that would be what you're going for. Okay, where were we? 6. Oh man, we still have 10 to go, and then 32 drops. Okay. 7 bouncing steps. Okay, that was a failure because I neglected my job, which was to turn the knob, which was making that, going to make that bass sound rise up, but it was already at the top. Anyhow, no time for that. Let's see, number 8, Doom levels. Whoa, that one was pretty elaborate. Digital wind up. Okay. Oh yeah. So now the next 8 or so are made using the Dave Smith Tetra polysynths. So these are so they're mostly monophonic, but they're like multi-voiced. You could say. All right. I thought that one was pretty good. It lined up. As you can see, that's like where those animations are jerky, because I wasn't thinking about that. Most usually all those animations I make work fine. Like the one you see below is only like 4 frames looping because they're so fast. You know, that's 8 below me, but 10, Slippery Slide. Oh, so that was another one using the glide method I said was no bad, because we definitely ran out of steam before we rose to the top there. By we, I mean I and the program. But that one featured an arena thing I'll show you. I don't use the effects in Arena. I find they're too like generic, and also I can't control them enough, and they just don't represent my aesthetic. But there's a few that I do, which is yeah. So this is the colorizer, so you can set up like a palette of all the colors you want to use, and then you can either assign a button to each color, which I do in my show to like change colors or scenes, or below here you can like it'll if you saw that arrow moving, it'll cycle through the colors in whatever time you allow it, however many beats, and very complex amount of parameters there. You can you could loop that, or here I just have it to play through all the colors and then stop, and then you can also it'll interpolate the colors so it'll like flow in between them. So that's a great way. I make all of my animations, everything you can see on the grid up here without color, and then I can add that to my pleasing. So that really saved the slippery slide. I thought the coloring without that, it would just be some weird floppy failure. Gas pedal. Okay, yeah, so that one was pretty good. I haven't figured out how to sync these two things up yet, but that one was made using on the synth LFO, which is like the modulation, the wah-wahs. I added another modulation to that over time speeds that up. So that's the effect of putting on the gas pedal. If it's off screen here, but I could show you. Well, anyway, oh yeah, there's I programmed that, but like I could do it manually as well. So that's exciting. Look, we're almost through the risers here. Glide pad. Okay, so that one clearly had a knob that I was supposed to turn to make it rise, but I can't even think of what that would be right now. Let's just try it one more time. Oh yeah, it's probably this one. That just kind of made it louder. Anyway, you can't win them all. I feel like I have like enough usable risers here. What number are we on? Oh yeah, 13. Glitch glide. Okay, this. I don't know. That one kind of didn't work, but I'm not going to take the time to explore it. But oh yeah, in Arena, the spinning stuff is really I used to animate things spinning and like waste so much time, but it's really simple. You will just go to rotation and then make sure the thing's in the center and go nuts, and then you can adjust the speed and the direction. Sometimes I hook up controllers so I can change the direction and the speed on the fly, which actually would make some good rises if I slowly spun and got quicker. But arpeggio Fever. This is the second last rise. Hopefully this is at all entertaining. I had to do this anyway, so I guess it's pretty self-serving to make it a show out of it. But if it makes Club Sled more a better experience, then that does benefit everyone.
Hey DJ, 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 DJ,
Okay, I accidentally went down rather than up, but that one used a vocal sample which came inside the MPC. It came with like a bank of really corny samples like "Hey DJ" or like "Drink," or there's one that's like "Gucci, Fendi, Prada." But what I can do is at any point I can just swap out the sample with one of my choosing, and then it would apply the same drop to that. So let's do the last riser, and then oh yeah, that was supposed to be like icicles, but I guess it was upside down. Maybe the visuals for that. Anyway, oh yeah, maybe if you're watching it, you could rate your favorite riser, top 3 risers in the chat, and that would help me pick. So we have Rave Reversal is the final riser. All right. Oh yeah, you caught me when I was doing that. I was closing my eyes to try to match the ending there. That was just like a sound that I made, a couple sounds like mixed together that were backwards and elongated. So that's the risers. Now drops. So these are a bit different. I wanted to lay them all out so that each drop. Oh yeah, those risers were all like saved on a sequence. But then these ones I just wanted to keep them simple. Each just has one pad that triggers the drop, and then as well the animation. So I figured because even though I thought this might be the shortest show ever because I've been rambling on, maybe I'll just like fire through the drops. So we have in this bank, there's kicks, cymbals. Those are the top. The other banks, the ARP Odyssey, those are the same thing. So there's 8 drops. I used a monosynth, mostly with the pitch envelope, like the envelope controlling the pitch. So it when you hit the note, it goes down. Let's just see if I can fire off 8 drops without talking and anything going wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot to clear that. That was like a curtain closing. Okay, that was the first 8. Those were just made by slowing down samples and then basically like adding a envelope to them so that they lower in pitch as soon as you hit the note until they go lower. So I think I'm way better at, not to brag, doing drops than risers. So maybe I need to find like a duo, like what's a DJ Chemical Brothers. So that one person could do the risers and then I could do the drops. Who am I kidding? I'm the only person on Planet Sledd. Oh yeah, so that was pretty good that I got through 8. Let's try to get through another 8. I hope that one didn't go quite fast enough. Okay. Yeah, those ones were cool, very spacey. That's from the ARP Odyssey. Almost there. We got 16 more to go. I can't believe it's almost been 45 minutes. Oh yeah, so the DSI Tetra is the bottom 8, and then we've got some vocal and then breaks, which are like very shorter drops. I'm gonna fire through them unless something goes wrong. Well, that one didn't really drop. I guess it faded out. Oh, whoops. I forgot to clear the last one. Again, I don't know why I got so off time there. I think because I was working too fast. But those last, like, all of those were just a still image that I used Rena to make them spin and turn in time. I broke my promise though and started talking again. I'll reward you with, let's do 8.
Dance. Dance. Dance.
All right, last four, and then we'll get you out of here. This is. Oh yeah, I forgot to say I can mix and match so that some of the drums I could add to some of those vocal samples, and there was a couple more things I was gonna comment on about those. Oh yeah, the reason some of them aren't triggering in time is because I neglected to hit the link button to sync the two things as I hadn't needed it mostly, except for some of these drops. Oh yeah, and the drops I never named because there was too many of them. Let's do last four drops. Drop, 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 drop. Oh, I hit two pads at once. Sorry. Inching towards the bottom as we drop lower and lower. Oh yeah, these last three are just short and simple. Just for an effect. Okay, there you go. 16 risers and 32 drops. So next time I do a club sled show, which will be so we have a talk show or morning show next week. Then we'll have video game show. Then we'll have like a calling game show. Then so basically like a month from now. You'll be able to witness these risers and drops in action, and maybe I will have figured some more stuff out as well by then. Thanks for watching, and yeah, please tune in next week and keep your ears and eyes open because I'll want some submissions for the talk show, like letters, and looking for pets as well. I built a machine that I can translate pets into English. So I'd like to get some clips of your pets talking, and I'll be able to interview them among other things. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed some aspect of that. And oh, I meant to check the chat to see if anyone had any questions, and nobody did, and nobody watched it. So perfect. Okay, see you next week.